Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. And they are led by their veteran. It's Kirk Cousins.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
London brought in motion. Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top. On the give, it's Robinson. It's a good pickup on second down, but there is a flag down, and this one might not stand up. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
So I'm not really sure if that would have mattered, Mike. I don't think they were going to have enough to pick up the first down either way. But at least if that ball's completed, third down's just a little bit more manageable. Because now after the incomplete, they find themselves in third and pass.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is third and long. London brought in motion. Play action now. It's Cousins. Now, deep ball for London. This one's broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
I always like studying quarterbacks.
The pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag down in the backfield, usually the spot that tells us hold. That one on the former Notre Dame star, Mike McGlinchey. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Caden Ellis in on that stop.
Brings up third down.
Third and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Fuller.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to wrap. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
The Falcons offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. They'll begin 1st and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Broncos' 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Another run here for Robinson. Woo! He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Atlanta.
And the Falcons, first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
A short kick down to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And that is punt in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Our game here is part of the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend, a remembrance the NFL created a couple years back. What a great job they did. Because no one deserves to be celebrated more than John Madden on Thanksgiving weekend. Of course, Greg and I, all of us at EA Sports, we hope you had a terrific Thursday and you're setting up to settle in for some great football on this very special American holiday. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd down, Cousins. They'll try to set up a tight end screen with Pitts. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground,
he is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing his Cousins. To the right, that's Pitts. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Cousins out of the gun on 3rd down. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. And it's been a rocky start. An interception on the 1st drive and then a punt the last time they had it. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Nix. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
Throwing on the run, it's behind his man, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And now it's 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They go play action with Cousins. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
2nd and 10. Now, Cousins. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That pass play good for 22. First down, Atlanta.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Atlanta.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He's got space inside the 25. And he will score! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Gonzalez now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons move out on top, 14-0.
Broncos nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. They're in an early hole, 14-0. Gotta start digging out soon. They'll begin this drive, 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
On 2nd down, Harvey. And he's going to be taken down, but a marker is on the field, and we need to check this call. Second down, Nix. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw is Nix. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
This is taken at the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's Bijan Robinson. And the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. And it might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters, too. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And third down coming up.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
He's got it! And they take him down. Big pickup through the air. But there is a flag on the field. Will this stand? The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up fourth down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They're in an early hole, 14-0. Gotta start digging out soon. To begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Harvey. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
He was brought down by Caden Ellis. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll throw. It's Nix. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Oh, they had a shot there. It hit the 5, but it continues into the end zone. It will come back out to the 20. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. As we are ready to get back underway. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Nick Bonito there for the tackle.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Cousins. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And here's Bijan. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Cousins now on 2nd down. Open man downfield, that's London. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
21 yards.
A gain there of 21. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
Here's a toss left side for Robinson. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. It'll be taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 17-yard line. It's a big run by Robinson. 31 yards.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses. The ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run.
The tackle by Zach Allen. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Cousins. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. That's Brandon Jones from his safety spot, bursting in to record the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. And this is blocked. Now this is scooped up by a member of the offense. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short. And the block kick leads to a turnover on downs. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On the bootleg, it's Nix. That's swung out to Harvey. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It's going to be third. They need one. They'll try to run here with Harvey. And for the moment, that's a first down, but we do have a marker down. Let's see if this one will hold up. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is third down and 8. Throw it. Nix under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
Here's their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The Falcons offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one is caught by Mooney. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Out wide, that's Robinson, and he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down to 45. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle.
A gain of 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Play action now. It's Cousins. That's caught. It's Charlie Werner, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Cousins. He's got his man. It's Mooney.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Second down, Cousins. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Cousins out of the gun on third down. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
That one going nowhere, but a late penalty flag comes in. They may get bailed out here. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. And the run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Second down and 8. They'll go again with Robinson. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this. This is 3rd and 6. Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Falcons stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Broncos offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
That's good.
First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
40-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
And the best offense on third downs, Mike, is to be really good on first and second down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Broncos are finally on the board. It's 17-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO, and he's got it to the 35-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, Cousins. Left side in the hands of London. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
16 yards.
Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
First down, Falcons.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw is Cousins. The catch is made. It's Agnew. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Broncos' 35-yard line.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Now a give up the middle, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
At the 45-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On the give, it's Harvey. Whoa! And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Denver first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
He was brought down by Caden Ellis. 8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the Falcons' 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. Play action now. It's Nix. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Drop play here for Harvey. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Tackled back at the 26-yard
You saw the guard
line.
take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field, trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Mooney in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
The Falcons getting their puncher out there. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harvey. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He finds his tight end, Ingram. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Broncos.
41-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They send Sutton in motion. On 2nd down, it's Nix. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page. And when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
3rd and 2. Here we go. On the zone read, this is Nix.
And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the 1st down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Harvey. And he's going to have the Broncos 1st down. By a good couple of yards. They get 3 on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
A gain there of 11. Good for a Denver first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Jordan Fuller in that time for the stop.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Handoff now for Harvey. Finding space at the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, Harvey. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Harvey diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. It's a touchdown. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it. The Broncos are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10.
Broncos 10.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Brings up 2nd.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So while they fail to connect on this one, I don't really blame him for continuing to give his guy a shot in tight coverage. When you have someone as special as he is, you can't only throw him the ball when he's open. It's just not going to be enough opportunities. There's not going to be enough volume. So every now and then, there is a calculated risk where even if it's not the ideal window or situation, you've got to give a guy like him as many chances at the ball as you can. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he looks up, and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. Edge, not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
A run once more, that's Harvey. And he'll get only about 3 before being ridden out of bounds.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Nix from the gun on third down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
This brought in out past the 20. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. And I think he was able to get it back. Yes, he was. That was so nearly the turnover the defense needed. They couldn't get it in time. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 29, here's second down and 7. They'll begin the fourth by giving it to Robinson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Atlanta.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On first down, right back to Robinson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
They go play action with Cousins. To the right, that's Pitts. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
The Falcons send their punting unit out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive is going to start just inside the 20-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27. A pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. The RPO, that one is complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Harvey. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9. They send Sutton in motion. 2nd down. Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll throw. It's Nix. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Here's Harvey. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Leonard Floyd brought him down. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Now, faking the give. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. A.J. Terrell, the tight coverage there, and he knocks it away.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Like, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Nick's gonna throw for it. He finds Mims. It's complete. And they're gonna get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's gonna work out for them.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
The tackle by Jalen Walker. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Garrett Bowles, the man flagged there. Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
A loss of 4.
Sacks are drive killers. And again, sacks in my mind are more of a quarterback stat than they are an offensive line stat. You have to have a clock in your head to understand where the weakness of the protection is, where I got to go with the ball if I'm hot, and at the end of the day, just get the ball out of your hand.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. To throw is Nix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Carter on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now flags fly. Looks like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Another run here for Robinson. And some good running there. That's a 1st down up to the 43.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 then. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They run over center with Robinson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Falcons, first down.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A quick throw here, going to be taken by London. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. Mooney in motion. Cousins out of the gun on third down. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw is Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
A gain of 12 yards.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback. Because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining for the defense. But burning that timeout early really comes back to cost them now. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Pitts is the man in motion. Cousins now on second down. He fires downfield for Pitts. And this will be incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball, and now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have?
And no return. How good is that? Backs him up all the way to the 2.
Automatic first down.
Here's 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody.